an amazing, what an awesome, what an extraordinary day. We had the honor to hear from Nobel Peace Prize laureate Elie Wiesel. We heard the words of inspiring speakers like Robin Wiswati, like Jeff Stoll, like Mike Pinball Clemens, and some pretty amazing music to rock out the day. Each and every speaker who stood on the stage challenged us, from loss of human life and genocide to global warming, climate change, environmental degradation. The one theme that crossed through each and every one of their remarks is quite simply, we need to take action now. So more than hearing their words, it's what we do with their message that matters. It's our commitment to bring their spirit back to our communities, to our homes, to our schools, and to our families, that creates a more just and sustainable world.
Now, some of you might feel alone in this fight. Some of you might feel that the world's problems are so overwhelming, so complex. Some of you might be saying, I'm only one person. What difference can I make? Well, look around you. You are not alone. You're in front of 16,000 dedicated social change makers. You have tens of thousands watching on CTV.ca. Can you imagine if we pooled the collective energy of this generation would be unstoppable. And that is why We Day is so much bigger than just one day. Because it's an opportunity for us to work together, to share together, and to create a better Canada and a better world together.
We Day, it's just the first step in a series of year-long campaigns. We hope you'll join us. We hope that you will join with schools and students across this country working on local and international issues. So when you get home today, we want you to mark your calendar. We want you to mark today, because today, We Day, is day one when Canadian students stand together. Day two is coming very, very soon. October 31st. Now, while many children and young people go door to door asking for candy on Halloween, many Canadian families, they can't afford enough food for the table. In fact, every month in this country, 700,000 Canadians use a food bank. 1 in 6 Canadian children live below the poverty line. Many go to bed at night hungry. That's why we're asking all of you, and yes, that even includes the high school students here, to go door to door on Halloween and to ask trick or treat and food to eat. Halloween for Hunger. It's a great campaign. It helps people right in your own community. By going door to door asking for non-perishable food, you can stock the shelf of your local food bank or shelter, ensuring no one goes to bed at night hungry. Just make sure your neighbors are ready by sliding notes into their mailbox telling them you'll be coming by for canned food. But Halloween doesn't have to be about who can collect the most candy. It can be about making a real difference for the lives of people in your home community if you're up for the challenge.
Now let's fast forward to November 20th. Why is this date so important? Well, on November 20th, 1989, 20 years ago, world leaders came together to sign something called the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, one of the most ratified conventions in UN history, providing clean water, healthcare, sanitation, rights to children. Even though many promises were made at the UN 20 years ago, much work still needs to be done. You've got 300,000 children fighting in wars around the world. You have 72 million school-aged children who never once stepped inside a classroom. And 25,000 children who die every day, including today, of poverty and poverty-related diseases. So that's why we're asking you on November 20th to raise your voice for these students by going silent. Yes, silence. Why do this? Because millions of children have no voice, no vote, and no economic clout. So we're asking you to go silent, and that means no talking, no phone, no twittering, no Facebook, nothing. Nothing. Because we have an opportunity to raise our voice through that silence. And when you're not talking, people are going to start to notice and to say, why aren't you talking? And of course, you can't answer because you're not talking. But then, 24 hours later, we're asking you to speak up for these young people and speak up loud and speak up proud of why you are silent, and that is the reason for children's rights around the world.
We promise you, this will be such a popular campaign among your parents and teachers that they will be more than happy to write pledges to help build schools and clean water projects all around the world for other people. But now, when you're talking again and back on Facebook again, take a look at your calendar because there's another chance to take action. Turn to February 25th. Now, every year, around this time, we'll be highlighting a different challenge facing Canada. It might be an issue like gang violence or the marginalization of our First Nations communities, bullying or homelessness or poverty in our own communities. They're challenges that seem huge, complex, even overwhelming. But when we choose one action that we can all unite in, Canadian students standing together, then we can accomplish massive social change. And so we ask you this year to join in a national campaign to fight against homelessness in our communities. A campaign we're calling One Night Out. Here in Canada, between 200,000 and 300,000 Canadians don't have a roof over their head. Approximately 1.7 million additional people struggle just to stay in their homes. Many have families, and many are parents who are working, but they can't afford enough to sustain stable housing. They're the so-called hidden homeless in our society. And as we all know, there are those who are not hidden. Those who so often we cross on a daily basis on our streets without even a second glance.
So this February, at the time of the year's hardest to be homeless, we're asking you to find out what it's like to be homeless through this new campaign called One Night Out. We're asking you to raise awareness on the issue of homelessness by visiting a shelter or food bank. For those of you in elementary school, you might want to camp out in your school gymnasium with limited supplies, but for those of you in high school, in college, university, maybe a little more adventurous, you might want to camp out for one night with, of course, sleeping bags in your tents, outside of your school. Your teachers will love it. And you have a chance